Hello and welcome to GoPro Handyman, the show where I strap a handy cam to my head and do repairs to my house. I'm your host, Mitch Miller, and on the pitch for this show, which can be found on Disability TV, the YouTube channel I've created, I explained how I wanted to do a bunch of work to this back porch. But with the rising cost of building materials, we've decided just to patch this and ride it out. So I was going to try to use a piece of reclaimed lumber, but it wasn't long enough. So I had to get a new piece of 1.25 inch deck board. I had already taken the nails out here and the screws on this. You can see this is patched before. I cut this before and patched a piece in here. So I'm going to finish pulling the screws out of this board. I'm going to plunge cut and cut a new piece and patch it in. So I'm measuring over to the center of this joist, and the joists under here are not in great condition. I'm hoping I can bridge the gap and get a screw to bite in. So it looks like the center of the joist is at 36 3/4, but I'm going to go to 37 just to be safe. And I'm going to plunge cut this so that I don't have to jack this thing up and mess with this pillar. So I put 2 marks at 37. I'm going to use my square to make a line. So I have a line pretty much in the center of the underlying joist. I'm going to pull this piece out. You can see this isn't in great shape, but this is all right. This was scabbed on. But there's some issues. Pull this piece of quarter round up. There we go. Just pulling that screw that was holding that quarter round up and out of the way so I can slide another board in under there. Should be good. Alright, we'll chuck this piece of wood, pull these last couple screws. Actually, I might leave that screwed down while I plunge cut this. So I got my multi-tool plunge cutter, and I'm just going to try to cut on the line. Once you get it started, think I'm all the way through, but we'll find out after I pull these two screws. never biting into anything there. And we're gonna have to cut a little bit more with the plunge cutter. I've got some other projects I'm gonna work on this summer, replacing some glass, some trim around some windows up on the 3rd floor. Alright, so we have our old rotted piece. Out of the way. Now we'll get a measurement as to what I need to cut the new piece. And I think I'll try to get all the way back in there while I have a fresh piece. So looks like it's 38 and 3/4. And when I cut this, I angled it a little bit, so there's going to be a gap, but it's not easy to, not the easiest thing to cut with the plunge cutters. I might try to square it up a little bit. We're gonna have to live with it. It's just a patch job. So I'll come over here. What did I say? 38 3/4. Yeah, 38 3/4. Come over where I got my fresh piece. Gonna use a miter saw on this. So I'll make my mark at 38 3/4. I'm gonna use my square to make a line. Now this miter saw probably isn't going to cut all the way through this. I'll have to flip it over, cut the other side, but I always put the saw down, check where the blade's hitting. They look pretty good there. I'm going to hold it tight against the fence. And it did just barely cut the whole way across it. So we'll feed this back in. Mess with this screw a little bit. And we're unscrewing the screw. I don't have the right bit for that. I'm not sure if I probably have it somewhere. Get the screw up out of the way, but it doesn't seem like there's enough room to tuck this all the way back in where I wanted it to go. We'll try it. And so we're gonna have to make another cut. Left my pencil over here. This time we'll make a mark right where it goes. Use my speed square to make a mark. And we'll chop her down. Here's the piece of reclaimed lumber I wanted to use originally. My blade set. We've got that in.